Hey, what's up, guys? I've been uploading in, what, 2 months? Yeah, I don't know what I upload anymore on this channel, but, this video is gonna get a lot of views. I don't know, I'm just uploading whatever. I've been reading a lot lately, and, I think you guys know that. But, I thought I would do a book review of not really my top 10 books, because I don't have all of my... I let people borrow my copies of books, so I don't have all of them. Some were from library, so I don't really have all my favorite books, but I have like a select few. And I thought maybe I can like recommend some of these books to you guys who read or maybe want to read, and need a suggestion. So yeah. Okay, so the first book, I love this book so much, I've read it twice. And the movie's good too. Not as good as the book. That's for most things, I would have to say. But it is American Psycho. Oh my gosh, I love this book so much. It is dark humor at its finest. And it's about pretty much a very successful man, Patrick Bateman. He's basically perfect in every way, except he's a psycho. But it's really about just like all these like fake people on Wall Street, and like having to blend in. Basically, everyone's the same, and it's a really good book. I don't really want to say too much about it, but it's a really good book. It's a lot more, even though the movie, if you've seen the movie, it is really graphic, but the book takes it to a whole new level, obviously. You can do a lot more in a book, and I recommend this book. Great read. Yeah. The next book, my all-time favorite book, I read it in 10th grade for English, and I ended up liking it so much, I read it a second time, 1984. This is a masterpiece. George Orwell. I love this book. It's dystopia. Basically this world where it's ran by government, and you have no freedoms, and it's really good, and it's just about this... Oh, the lighting in this video is going to be not good, but it's just about this guy named Winston, and basically breaks those rules and wants to be his own thinker, and it's a really good story, but also terrifying. Oh my gosh, the lighting, dude. It's also just terrifying just to think that this does happen in some places, and happens. It's unbelievable. Great book, George Orwell, like bravo. And that kind of connects to the second book I have, Animal Farm. If you like 1984, read Animal Farm. It's not as good as 1984, but it is his like second best piece of work. And it's both books I would read. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, so I would have to say 1984 is like maybe top 3 favorite books. I have to say that. Anyways, this next book, it's another dystopia, Brave New World. I have to... Sometimes, some days, I'm like, this is better than this. But, okay, this is better than, like, Fahrenheit, like, 451 or whatever. Like, read this instead, alright? This is a little different from 1984. And it was... Pretty sure, yeah, this was written before 1984 as well. I'm pretty sure about that. I don't know the exact date. I read this once, my mom actually recommended me this book. She read it when she was in high school, and I really enjoyed it. It was a little harder to read than 1984, but it gets darker as you get through the book. The beginning is kind of like, all right, but once you get to the end, you just can't put it down. I swear. I love when books do that, and like, I would read that. All right, anyways, is anyone still watching? Anyways, next book. Yeah, I'll do this book. This is totally different from like all the other books I got here. This is High Fidelity. Another book that was made into a movie. This is kind of I wouldn't put it as like a romance. It's more of this guy who's getting over this breakup, and he's going through all his past relationships, and it's a really sweet book, and it's real. It feels real, you know. It's not like some, you know, fantasy love story. It feels real, you know. And I read it during a time where, I don't know, I felt like I could relate to some stuff. So, it was good. It's a good book. Yeah. So, High Fidelity. All right. Next one. Ernest Hemingway. I think this. No, it's not his best. It's not his best work, but it's, for anyone who's just starting to read, this is the perfect book to start reading. To read. Like, it's a really short book, and it's a great little story. And it was a fun read. I've only read it once, but like, I don't know, I could read it again for sure. It's a short story. It's like it's enjoyable, and you know, it got me into Hemingway's other books, so give it credit for that. All right, this is kind of a different. I'm a big fan of Jordan B. Peterson, his podcast and all that. I first read 12 Rules for Life. Sure, you can say it's like a self-help book or whatever, but I don't know. It's a different kind of, I don't know. I like some points he makes in this really make you think, and I don't know. I really enjoy this. It did help. And he makes really interesting points about life and all that. I don't know. It's been a while since I read this. And then this was a few years later. He wrote a second, and this was good as well. So I don't have too many self-help books, but I don't know, these are different. I'm a big fan of his, so I like both of them. So those are those books. All right, next book. I don't have a copy on me. It is Crime and Punishment. Put like a little picture here, sure. Whoa, picture right there. Crime and Punishment. I love that book. Probably one of the hardest books I've ever read, though. It was really hard to read, but it is one of the most interesting books I've ever read. It's basically how it sounds, about this man. He commits his crime by basically plans out this entire crime to murder someone because he's poor and needs money, and he plans this out, but it doesn't go correctly. He mocks, people who murder people. Like, how can you not, how do you get caught and all that? He thinks this is a perfect crime, and it doesn't go straight to plan, but he doesn't get caught, and then comes the punishment and the guilt that comes with it and everything. Don't want to spoil much, but that is a great book. And my final book is A Man's Search for Meaning. Basically about this psychiatrist who went through, in the time World War II, concentration camps, and he was a Jewish psychiatrist, and it's basically his experiences and also his kind of, it's very interesting, and I would for sure read this if you're into kind of history and nonfiction. So, Man's Search for Meaning is a great book. I think that is everything. At least the books I can think of right now. I'm really into reading right now. And, oh shoot, wait, I forgot one book, Great Gatsby. That's like an honorable mention. Another classic. Another, I would say, easy read generally. So, Great Gatsby. I don't need to explain much about the Great Gatsby. I think you should just go in and read it. Or it's the kind of book you would read at school, though. But it's also a really good classic, and I have 2 copies of it, but someone's using my other copy, but I got this one, so works out. Anyways, that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed this book review. You know, this video is gonna get like millions of views and all that, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I don't know when I'll upload next, but I just upload when I feel like it, so that's cool. And yeah, now I have a pencil in my hand, so alright, see you guys later. Bye.